mean, I suppose the key thing for us is when we're working alongside people with learning disabilities is to gauge as much information as we can so that we can fit them more than they fit our service.
People with learning disabilities experience health inequalities, so they don't have the same level of health that their mainstream counterparts do.
The HEF it makes you look in depth at a person's health, and it makes you question the things that most of us take for granted.
So some of the key elements that we've looked at with the HEF have been around service equality, communication and social aspects. So it's looked more into depth of how somebody's supported, not just within our services, but within the community and at home.
People weren't accessing the dentist on a regular basis. People weren't having their equipment service. So therefore it helped us to educate families and carers and support staff about what should be the norm for people.
So one of the reasons we decided to use Linkus alongside HEF is that HEF gives you a snapshot at a particular time of someone's health inequalities. Linkus enables you to tell the story and track those events and interventions.
It makes you ask the questions which sometimes you can overlook because you think it's an obvious question.
Linkus asked people things like if they're thirsty, are they hungry, what events are they doing, do they like those events? Just because somebody has gone bowling every week for the past 10 years doesn't mean they like going bowling.
It's them having that, I can do this is how I'm feeling, they feel listened to.
Now I'm feeling amazing.
Amazing?
Using these tools, one, because I think they did bring something new, but also just asking everybody to think about how we're supporting people.
Linkus has enabled us to perhaps change individual support, so because we've found out more about them, things that upset them or that they particularly like.
Do you feel like you have control of your life?
Yes.
Yeah?
Hello.
Personalised technology just helps the individual that we support live as independently and safely as they can.
And HFT has always been at the forefront of it.
It's 11 o'clock a.m.
11 o'clock.
And historically, the Personalised Technology Department has been funded through charitable income.
Wireless technology and apps for pads and phones has made a step change in what we can achieve. It comes at a cost.
So the social care sector is under unbelievable pressure. Local authority budgets are getting tighter and tighter.
And with the tight funding at the moment, we have looked for this particular team to make themselves self-funding.
So what we've looked at doing is responding to those economic challenges by selling some of our services externally and working with external partners to bring in some income.
Because they've got a really deep knowledge that is very specialist. So I think we've got an opportunity to make some really exciting progress in this area.
Internally, we will offer the service we've always offered. Everybody who needs it can have a personalised technology assessment.
So I think with lots of families it can sound a little bit scary because the context normally is that this is in lieu of having supported hours from support staff.
So a fingerprint lock to enter their own home, that's a really good tool because that allows them to live independently but also with confidence.
So I think for families, once they actually understand, then it can be really life-changing.
So our new strategy came in April this year. So it's still quite early days for us, but we seem to be progressing quite well.
But that's where I think our PT team are very good because they do actually look at people in their wider context and they do a risk assessment. So they don't advocate for personal technology in lieu of support staff where that's appropriate.
We'll also offer training to staff in personalised technology. We have a mandatory e-learning module now, which all operations staff have to do. And then there's more bespoke training face-to-face for those services that request it and need it to support the individuals who have technology. So the ultimate goal of our new strategy is to make the personalised technology team more self-sufficient and sustainable into the future.